Sam Bennett gets a minor penalty for his cross-check on Michael Bunting. Pierre, any chance he'll get a suspension?
It certainly didn't sound like it post-game, Mark. Listen, it's important to note that within the game itself, it was reviewed for a 5-minute major, and they kept it to a 2-minute penalty, so that's important here to note. But I think at worst, this sounds like maybe a fine for Sam Bennett for the cross-check. Clearly, Sheldon Keefe disagrees. He compared the play to the cross-check that Austin Matthews had in the outdoor game last season, which got Matthews a 2-game suspension. I don't believe player safety sees it the same way.
Well, and Sam Bennett was not a popular opponent on this evening for the Leafs because he also had a takedown on Matthew Knies that knocked the Leafs rookie out of this game. You know, it was a play that John Tavares called dangerous, one that Sheldon Keefe was saying obviously it wasn't good if Knies wasn't able to return. You know, I wouldn't expect there's any supplemental discipline coming in this regard either, but, you know, it does create a problem for the Maple Leafs because even though Matthew Knies is young and early in his career here, in his time with the Leafs, he started this night on a line that was going head-to-head with the Tkachuk line, so obviously he's earned his coach's trust, and he's got an apparent head injury, we believe, and so we'll see if he's available in Game 3 or perhaps later on.
Sam Bennett, by the way, who post-game also said he regretted taking the cross-checking penalty. He doesn't want to take that type of penalty. I also asked him after everyone left, do you like the role of being the villain so far in this series? And he said, I love it.
The Leafs were up 2-0 in Game 2. Now they're down 2 games in the series. Chris, how did this happen?
Well, it got away from them with some of their best players making important mistakes. You know, Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews have a chance to have a fairly easy breakout, and they're not able to do it. All of a sudden, the puck ends up in the net. William Nylander makes a mistake on a goal. You know, Toronto was ahead and comfortably in control earlier in the game, and those sort of mistakes caught them in this game. I think they have to channel something the Panthers have been using. They're saying every game is a Game 7. The Leafs just haven't been as sharp as you would like in the first 2 games of the series. Obviously, they've had tons of chances. There's a world where they get a win in either or both games, but when they make those kind of mistakes, those aren't the mistakes we saw in the Tampa series, and I think that's why Sheldon Keefe was so frustrated with his team's play.
And not insignificant, Chris, 2 games in a row where Sergei Bobrovsky outduels Ilya Samsonov, absolutely a second game in a row, and that goal that Samsonov allows to Alexander Barkov cannot go in. I know he said post-game he didn't see it, but that's the difference on a night like this for Bobrovsky. Vintage Bobrovsky, again, the difference.
I asked Samsonov if he feels like he has to elevate watching what Bobrovsky's doing, and he said, I don't give a bleep.